Today, na the 7th day of October 2021. I got a good feeling. I get sweet feeling. But not to show it be in turn on the 14th day of July 2021. Where the UK be announced on that particular day for say on the 19th of July, Sierra Leone go na the red list. All hell break loose. We self naya been day that day. They advise Sierra Leoneans them will be dey salon by then. Say if they able for make and come out today, then go able for balance the £2,280 where you go pay for do hotel quarantine where you return with 2 corona test. Fingers point pan Solomon Jamiru we na be go na BBC we go do an interview. But before he go na BBC, even na salon, then we dey get press conference after press conference for say Sierra Leone get that bad variant, the Delta variant, where other parts then at the world safe no one for yeri. But we dey talk about third wave, we dey talk about the Delta variant na salon. So now from there, the spokesperson for NACOVAC come na the BBC and talk, say yes, we get them. Since then we say we get them, UKSF they battle with their own surge by the COVID numbers, and any country we get that variant they of any type, what you get for do with COVID, then they lock them out by you. So what thing let me get for do? They add in at the red list and lock them out by you. Well then at the red list, if you tower say you they go, fine. But when you they return for come back na the UK, you get for book 10 days hotel. If you not book and you know the board safe na the flight for come. Because you get for book and first before you go do you passenger locator. Before you complete, then get what they call passenger locator form. If you not do them, for come put the reference number there, you passenger locator form. You know they cross there, and when you not cross there, you know they able come. So that's how they do them. Any kind of way, then they lock you down. Then when you come, you go take 2 tests on the 2 and the 8. That's on the UK they talk about. All right. Not too long after that, then they say, you know what, we need for pull safe this day 2 and the 8 testing for people we don't get fully vaccinated when at the first dose and the second dose. We salon will not be able to take advantage of that because waiting do we been still the na the red list. December they come. People then at the UK we want for go salon. A lot of people na yard road and they be don't plan for pass. You don't understand and they left. But come on yard road either for Chuk and pass Guinea or Wassa over na Liberia or Ghana. That's some be don't plan more or even the Gambia. So some be they think. Some be don't go ahead and buy tickets already for use the yard road way. But some other people then be still wait say, you know what thing? Then go pull. Well, after even Saturday na wa be they call Solomon Jamiru out say, let's go back na BBC, let's go talk. The United Kingdom don't see them. They say, you know what thing? Well, we need for check this we list and see how we go able for wakaram better one. Okay? So wetin dem do first? Then we get green list, amber list, and red list. Now they say, no change dandy. So the green list and the amber list, they make them one. They left no more now with red list. Where you see they when you that. After they combine the green list and the amber list, remember the amber list will be there. And they will be there. But oh yeah, we command we can find yourself na green list, na red list. So when they combine them, it be left now 54 country them. 54 country. Now them be there na the red list. We will get for give kudos to the citizens them of the UK. Because they self no settlement by this. Because the people na UK they like for travel. And because 10 they reach just now where they can travel, then she say this red list business and this government business where they pay with this 2,200 and change for pay, pounds so for pay per hotel, in order for work I find with them, then they begin pack pressure. Or who self will be the talking and I say let government self took them out there, let themselves pack pressure because the one we make headline now South Africa. South Africa challenge themselves pack pressure. Where the citizens themselves don't pack pressure, themselves then the government and the UK don't see down and she say, okay. Well look like say this is not they go well with we people themselves, they align them back, they do their own. Then they say, who go review? The 7th of October, we go tell una wetin una need for know. So today come, this now they want me and you for know. Straight from the uk.gov website, now this they want for let we know. They say from 11 October, the red list then go reduce them to 7 countries. And proof of vaccination go be recognized from 37 new countries and territories. Proof of vaccination, then go recognize them. The proof of vaccination, then go recognize them from 37 new countries because they get countries them already where they put on the list. Remember, then tell you say, then they don't tell we say, hey, as long as the Africa you take you're on your own, they know they recognize them. Okay? Don't forget that side. But let's continue no more now. So, then publish this one today. This now what they say. Red list reduced to 7 destinations. You want know who that the no more left on their own for that red list there? Colombia, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Haiti, Panama, Peru, and Venezuela. But I beg, let's go over that list again. Pull Corona come out na you mind do. What in the country are in the world, in the mind of the world? What in the country are share the same pa? Let's go over again, yeah? Okay. Colombia. Papa again. Dominican Republic. Ecuador. Haiti. Okay. Haiti. Panama. Peru. And Venezuela. Check and find ma. If una corona no more, make them put type at the people here. In the eyes of the world, what they can talk about them people here? Tell me, Mato. I beg. Okay, ask me. Let's continue, safe. The Then say with 47 countries and territories them, then go pull them from 4 a.m. Monday morning, the 11th of October. Now then go pull them come out. Then country they already pada red list. Something then see say you know waiting. Some kind way it help for reduce certain things then. So they say una know it, Lord just keep una dey for us. That's what me feel. Oh, I can be wrong. Eh? Do you let us not quote me on this? Let's continue. Government they extend the inbound vaccinated arrival system to other 37 countries them and territories across the globe. This time around, they want to include India, South Africa, and Turkey. Meaning, eligible vaccinated passengers where they come out India, South Africa, and Turkey only need for take the day 2 test where you come na England. Now, yeah, I've been talking where the president be go UN. That day, if where he be go and talk say where the blacks then and they recognize way and this and that. I say, if he be going go lay UK then complain self say, but do ya all the vaccine they wouldn't give we. Then people are say they recognize them. South Africa fit. You see, then they recognize the vaccine. India, no joke with them. Even though the Astra, where they plant the India, they say they know they recognize them. But now they don't go ahead for recognize vaccine where they take na India. African leaders them. What can they do for us, ba? What can they do? Okay. Women say if they recognize you country where you take your vaccine, where you can at the UK, now only the day 2 test now you they take. Some of we don't pay £200. The early stage of COVID-19, where they can at the UK. £200 so you can take day 2 and day 8. Fap £200 now they pay. Imagine no. But now, that they even fet for say there are cheaper option where if you don't take the vaccine done, other options then there rather than the PCR. Now the UK right now they still effect for pull the PCR, let them take the cheaper option them so that people where they travel then they not go be more burden to them. But remember, still yet way you they can at the UK now, even though you get your double jab, you still need for take the day 2. Well, if you say you know that person way that vaccine, then put cheap day. They want for follow you up and down. Now you make this and that. You get for take day 2 and day 8. You they take her. And you the quarantine back. But if you, I'm talking about the UK. The person now the UK I they talk about. But if you fully vaccine, you don't take all 2 the jab them. Not just day 2. You don't need for even quarantine where you come to the UK. Okay? Let's continue. Government, they confirm say passenger them go able for send a picture of the lateral flow test. As a minimum requirement for verify say the test result accurate and keep the price down for the day 2 test. So now, at the UK, then they make an option. You get the cheaper test, where now the lateral flow, whose friend and doctor then go can explain on that one day. Me I dey give you the journalistic part of things. Yeah? The lateral flow is a cheaper test than the PCR. So what then they say? But then they not come into effect too. Then they plan for do that one day inside October. Then say where they can now at the UK, you able to take the cheaper one. That's where they don't agreed on. For make you take the cheaper one. If the cheaper one come positive, then you go take now the PCR. Remember where they go salon. Now 2 tests we can take. We they take that one and they pierce you finger. Yes, that you can too. Then we they take that one day when at the blood on. Where they wait for 15, 20, 30 minutes. Then they tell you say you free for go. Then we they take back the PCR. Now 2 they take the salon. They take the PCR. But that first one, the rapid test, they make you able for go. If you test positive with the rapid test, well, you're in salon. And get issue. That's ending now. You get for go find, then continue. They say they wait for the PCR for come out. But for the wire, now so them plan for do am. I hope we they understand now. Okay. For people then at the UK, make we get perfect understanding. The government of the United Kingdom today, 7th October 2021, don't confirm say from 4 a.m. Monday, 11th of October, 47 countries and territories then go pull and fail from the red list. We're going to make it easier for more people for travel abroad to a larger number of countries and territories. Passengers, the way they return to the UK, to England, from their destination, then they will no longer be required to enter hotel quarantine. We mean say we will come out salon because salon go don't come out na the red list on Monday. But if you get for can Sunday, if you get for can Saturday, well, if I were you, I go change my date. I continue. Yeah. The continued progress on vaccination. Listen. They say the continued progress for make you get vaccinated both at home, when at the UK, when at England, and around the globe means government can able confidently reduce the size of the red list and focus on countries them where pose the highest risk as then they gather that information they from the UK health security agencies. Okay? Eligible fully vaccinated passenger and eligible under 18 where they come England, because when you say United Kingdom, you mean Ireland and it's la the break and no. Because na England we talk about now. Where they come England, where they come on a country, when are they na the red list, able for come and just take the day 2 test. Okay. Other passenger them were not fully vaccinated with an authorized vaccine. Oh, my people. Here in the UK. With an authorized vaccine, because then say, Me na the country where we dey talk about na salon. That how they give they no recognize them. Okay? Now continue. With an authorized vaccine returning from a non-red destination, if you're not fully vaccinated, okay, with an authorized vaccine, you dey come na England from country we not in the red list. One, that country where you dey come on. Before you can England, you for take pre-departure COVID-19 test. Okay? Before you left that country there, you for take COVID-19 test. When you don't can England, you dey take the 2 and also you dey take the 8 test. And you dey complete 10 days self-isolation quarantine. Then get to another one where they say you can test to release on day 5. If you know want wait till day 8, you get another test where you go take for day 5. Then if you come negative, then you're good to go. Also announced today, the one make we know say from 4 a.m. Monday, the 11th of October, the one that were eligible for travel, we don't take vaccine now over 37 new countries and territories. We include Brazil, Ghana. Ghana can say? Yeah. Hong Kong, India, Pakistan, South Africa, and Turkey will also be treated the same as people where they come. Like say you don't fully vaccinated like you're a UK resident. So long as they're not gonna red list country or territory in the last 10 days before you can England. Okay, let's see the list here. Approved COVID-19 vaccine countries with approved COVID-19 proof of vaccination. No go do we so. Me na salon I dey go look for. If we're there, then I go read them for you. Wetin UK don't say now. Because we not been there o. But since I see Ghana, I'm led to look for Sierra Leone. Papa God. Salon no did it. They not like seriously. So how Ghana they recognize them, then they not recognize Salon. Seriously though. Salon is not on the list. The list where they look now the list where the UK government pulled today, for say then country here, then go recognize if you take the vaccine day. My dear brothers and sisters, Salon no day. But Ghana day. Anyway, let's look for cousin neighbor, Liberia and Guinea. Nigeria did it. So now one Sibo. Now this thing he say, where bad news come, he dey look for a fumble. Then when you see say you fumble self now all the party you feel one kind way. Because Liberia back no deal, but I look for Guinea. So they not recognize the way that they take now Liberia. I look for Guinea. Okay. So they not recognize Guinea back. Well, where Ivory Coast. So they not recognize Ivory Coast back. All right. Well. Okay. Hala no dey. So we neighbor the wall where they and that they no recognize we none. The Manor River Union. Manor River. Una need for come and contact una UK people emo. Let them tell we wetin constitute for make them able for say this one. Okay, let's see now. You must have had a complete course of one of the following vaccine them. At least 14 days before you come to England. The Oxford AstraZeneca, the Pfizer, the Moderna, and Janssen. They say formulation of this vaccine, such as the AstraZeneca COVID Shield, the AstraZeneca, and the Moderna, also qualify as approved vaccines. If you take 2-dose vaccine, that are the Moderna and Pfizer, or the AstraZeneca, or combination of them, you for take both doses for make them consider you as fully vaccinated. Then one them we don't get COVID-19 and only take 1 dose of the 2, then get waiting you for follow. Okay. I try for C. You for able for prove for say you've been fully vaccinated under a vaccination program with approved proof of certification. Because I want Kaya back before I go begin count with the panelists them. For we where they live in the UK. For we where they live in the UK. One, they say you can get the NHS COVID pass. We mean say there is a website where they go there, you put all your information, then they send you in a PDF form. But they only last for 1 month. They only last for 1 month, and you can use that as proof of being vaccinated. That small card when they give, then they take again. So you need, I think, down there and say you can take for 1 to 7 days. So if you know say you get for travel and you need that proof of vaccination, don't forget to do that. Then say also the EU digital COVID certificate. Or the Center for Disease Control in the US. Center for Disease Control and Prevention Vaccination card for US residents. And a vaccine certificate. If you don't take vaccine, then say the certificate for be issued by a national or a state level public health authority. For make you can the UK, and if for be in English, French, or Spanish. But what they look for? Your first name and your last name, your date of birth, the vaccine brand, and who that make them. The dates where you take the vaccine, every dose, and the country where you take her. I don't look na just no. List of countries and territories with approved. Now I go look for Salon where I not see. I not see Salon, I not see all we neighbor them. But Ghana did it. Okay, wait, let I read waiting and right beside Ghana first. Then say Ghana will be added to this list of countries and territories that Ghana not been did it, but they can't add them now. That same day then they add. If you arrive in England before the date on a Monday, the rules for people who are fully vaccinated. Okay. Well, I know the. All right. But we sweet Mama Salon no did. Why then for put Ghana? when are the same COVAX, na in the give Ghana, na in the give we. Even now, say forget Pfizer. Na salon where US Embassy just give we. Where the Ministry of Health and Sanitation through NACOVAC don't pull press release this Monday. They don't begin administer the Pfizer vaccine as alone. But the UK still not recognize we. Eh? Who stands alone go get respect ba? Who stand? Or because no buy, na give them give. Nah? And because of that, hi. All right. Let God help we. Because the kind way they can handle we. Let left so no more. Let bring come us friend. Let we hear waiting na you take on the lifting of the red zone and what we need for do. Let we just keep we safe off that area there. Welcome on board, us friend. You got the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, AAA, for giving me the platform, and thanks to all the listeners and viewers. Thanks for the time you will take for read through and explain all these things. I know we will explain all that side again, but I know say you've been able to narrate in the way people know the restrictions, but for just go through them in a way where some of us have understand, some of we back learn. We know say all this come about to the fear of the variants who become. And the way other countries and the handle half of process and get half of test, the people who will not take the vaccine. And then also there was a fear of their own very self. So then they forget the transportation, we then get for stop in terms of traveling. So that nobody would travel in and out. It was almost 2 years. Then get for limit and put a lot of restrictions. And so looking at all this, as you say, the pressure begin to come from the travel agency, the people who are the immigration sector, and even the consumer group been they try for push them up because the consumer group been affected because the one they want the consumer group will be the advice now, which that are WHICH, now kind of a website where they advise on travel and purchase or business. But all them things that lead to the restrictions and begin to say then the fear, say then people and what they try for secure the country and try gain more vaccines and try vaccinate people them as much as they can, then begin to uplift. So then we get the vaccine advisory council will be the advice on what type of vaccine who then will go through it, the medical section who will look out and they go then process they have for them go approve them. They first get the AstraZeneca who then make here between them and France. But you can't begin to see them, they look, we see them will get the vaccine capacity because now they first go deposit for them thing they are. So you begin to bring problem within them in Europe. But what they try for do, they try for say, we vaccinate as much as we can so that they go able for secure, so they go able for try open because then they get first of all problem with schooling. And then we get problem with child care in terms of children in our school. Then we get problem even for protect the healthcare workers them. Then we get all them problem. Then we even get the problem for people and even for make sure say the one they go then they do business they open and in late night. That's not. So then we get all this kind of fear. So for letting go, it will cut down the risk back for the community transmission. They say now begin by vaccinating. Then while they do this, it come to a point in June, then go do the other one are the arrangements on the side, one are this lateral flow test. So they try to put all strategies in place, then go find the lateral flow test. Key companies, there are two companies, one that's in Omega Diagnostic, the other one at Global Access. So but they give one at Scotland, one so they will make them lateral flow test there. Well, then we use some of the saliva and together with the nostril swab. You do and they 30 seconds, you don't done, or maybe less than 1 minute, you don't get the results, you move. So that they were able to open. So then go give the company this contract. So then they wait, let the company produce an amount who will begin to move the gap outside people are not vaccinated, and the one the way they get that contact, like in hospital face-to-face appointment, the face-to-face, either open. So then immediately they don't begin, they don't produce more than 200 million of the lateral flow there, then begin to assign and now say, well, they release to open. So then begin to open now they don't almost lift up all this the one they want the internal one they force. So the one that lateral flow test, then begin to open for the school so that schools then open business. But the one now they can't left now is the international travel. So they open them by segments based on their capacity back where they not be done. Because the first lateral flow test supply, it just do for that gap there. So then if you say now the one who they don't get for NHS, they don't give them enough stock when they give them pharmacy. But the Minister of Travel, they insist now, well, the Department for Transport, they insist say, what in the drive will do, let them not take NHS the lateral flow test. Because all this they come about lateral flow test when they bring these changes that will be so. So let them not use and let them begin to use, then wouldn't go buy. So that means they are going to introduce buying it. But it will be cheaper. That's why they talk about being cheaper. But if you know they travel, you can just work at a pharmacy, then they give them. Then they give them any side. Like me, I don't go take them. Maybe the 10, I'll keep them in park. They work open the way positive, I report. So, but they try to do business because they find out, say, them, we don't get side the way they don't lost. They say, now, I'll make money out of this, but I'll make an indirect play. Let people who want to do the aviation, then they go buy this lateral flow test. And this lateral flow test is almost like finding where it's slightly different from the antigen one where they prick your finger. Because the pricking your finger, now the one for sure, if you don't get the leftover, like when they say crow or leftovers of the virus. So in the prick your finger, what they do now we on airport. Test and but the one they put now, sooner the lateral flow test that one, enough for know if you get positive that moment day without signs. If you feel the signs for say they feel like symptoms, they do one, and they ask you go isolate. You see, but again, the question comes here, the strategy they're going to use is very fine. How did they go isolate? Why you not go quarantine? Because they don't get buildings. But then they try to test you rapidly for make you enter. But then they put list of country. But when they put this list of country, they will find out there is an issue between them and China. So then they even slow down for accept the vaccine. Then they get problem with France. Because why? France not be able to be oppose in business in terms of this EU. So that one they can undermine all them things that way they can. But what thing can help with us then put a real list? Because now we just like when they say this one a mango. Either do the class as a mango, but inside the mango, the class and type. Or another example, but was we get similar characteristics, what make with that the red list. So if when they put other countries, they don't get similar characteristics, they don't put high because of politics and other things, they wouldn't build up the we self get for include the. So that one they can't draw inside that side day. But because of the one way of the type of vaccine they now, we they not approve, that side now we get a limitation. And getting the two vaccines and getting back that app or a certificate where they will give you. So it means what we get for do is people in the common and the country for car inside then get something we approve here and what they get for try work with the because that's what we know where they go but what people get for camp. But it's not easy that they can work actually when you look at that mathematically. But again, to be on the safer side, that then they get forget. The NHS one when they talk about they get two, then get the track and trace when they complain for say you put your data, you put her on that app there, when you pass me a person we don't get positive test, it reflects on you. But that one day, they affect back with workforce. But all about it is the strategies that would be trying to put in place. Some of them are political based, some of them are for economic based. Because right now, the minister, the reason that when you say, you don't call because of other thing, it called because of the business. Let people, the aviation industry do their business. But because we fall in that category, then with the pressure of these other groups, what do they do? Then again, who said they can Ghana back when they put their own case, so when they put their own case. But the one that we can press on them more. Now that one, the consumer group and that travel agents and other body there, they say, well, we release them in there. But again, they release them because they don't begin to get capacity out for test. That rapid test so that they will able to get people and fast. They're not going to use the PCR because the PCR is just because they're not being get enough. So they begin to ask people and for do and private. So they begin to cost the government money. So in other words, that business is they get for paralyze them. So they get for look to them to company and now we don't get contract, so then go make them rapid flow test. So the PCR will just do no one out for hospital test. Will you Because when you get the signs and symptoms, then do them, then go pay that small money for letting go do them for them because they only have Liverpool and not even things like the one in Manchester when they try for big now Oxford Road, but they're not done. You know, they never had the capacity themselves for the PCR. I've already involved the other companies that can't help them. Then now they try for commodity because in the final say in doing that they cost them and they release people for travel abroad. So now for that they why they do. But because we get the similar characteristics of them other country I wouldn't concern about because there are people that would not do like place that we don't call so apart from their country there. Now 2 years Canada other place there so now we for go see them. So all them body then they begin they put pressure on them, they put pressure on them, they make adverts even the open self, then they take one or two people and in touch with how they feel about them people so they go able to put pressure upon them. But now that thing they are all make who self can lucky for day, but the unlucky part of it for now this other one with China and Kergo because one of them WHO don't approve them. The first one and Kergo so. I think the other one and the one will take one thing. And if like the Sinovac because I guess yes that Sinovac. The other one, the second one, just a single dose because like monoclonal something. I they use. I don't know. Now when they use the virus, instead then just kill the virus, they make a weaken. The one with the chemical, the first one, an actual 2 doses they take, but the chemical, like the mixture and the pattern. But the other one wouldn't they wouldn't not approve it. The one wouldn't just deactivate the virus itself. So now so then do them. But again, it looks now the guy talk about the government, then party of government get for look, then get for go put ahead saying now we talk to the Chinese government. Not talk to WHO. So the WHO will able for talk to their country there because they are the overseer because now they don't do another press release today for letting them able to see no more than laws that then go put them. When they try for fast track, another strategy when they want for putting inside because the first strategy it work, but they get the number of vaccines because still they're not able for produce and get the money, they're not get vaccine for buy. Now for that they're able for push the COVAX, putting no more so man don't less, it can't give the actual vaccine. But the one they will not put in for buy, now only few countries there, and the only one they would not can the other country that will make them, but the other countries and they refuse to accept them. But it's all come about to department, how you call them, diplomacy, where they get for try for introduce for saying that diplomacy will get for do because then they do their own diplomacy based on business what they want to do for themselves. Then they fight every day, then they do this, but not just we as victims. So this is learning us a lesson how we're able to try to capacitate ourselves and putting them where they say them will need when they will get price for them because right now like then they try to introduce the battery where they put towards cars lithium. They're not going to discover lithium in a salon. So we get for try to maintain all these kind of things. We make our business attractive because these are the people who get for come for those things. If we boku, it's fine. I don't know how much deposit. But you will get for the put strategies of knowing we value so that themselves will able to see that this we need from them. We aviation routes. We make them very fine because salon aviation route is short. So people then go the past day. Once they get started, they go the can't go like most people they go Belgium or that thing, then go change the that will even help again more because you they need the aviation, they need that route today. Because a shortcut for them for go other side. You see, within Europe. So all these kind of things they try to develop and waiting will make the need we for say this will then I don't know pull the out. But why didn't they pull even the Colombia and I just a week ago? They for on then like this list of at least Amber. But a few weeks ago, the guy, British guy, one of them, the other one, a Colombian guy, like a yacht, then yacht here, like them both would then use a breeze for movement. Let them go catch that, then cause all this, when they just don't list the whole South America, say, well, we're not him for saying that, would they try for fet all these crimes, they will not try for bringing them in there. So this is what they try for look, see, and that's thing I want to go for look, starting is out there, then they do their own thing, so that so they can play on their own game to them. You see, because even the president, British the British the embassy the consul wouldn't care about the rep the lady in general 98 but then treating just say una forget beaucoup people who vaccinate una for able get genomics but Nigeria then get the other countries they not get because they lack the parity. You say then una for get a recognized vaccine so then treating and just summarize the show and say now go make them put on a red list. You see, he go play his own part. But then get the people when they ask for advice now, yeah. You see? So but again, we're not going to play on our part. una make putting them would know say that thing they are naive una they put, or we don't even put in for the thing, or we are trying to build up our capacity for genomics. But if they don't see something, we don't see when we get time, but we don't not just they look after and go say, well, these are all things that are not serious about with. I'm not saying these are the factors, but you care for build them. Because the point say you don't get time, I get time now. In fact, we're supposed to be boastful more than them because, like, when you look at the PCR, we get an actual PCR machine there. Where basically, if they actually get all thing in place, then they test salon and they test go far because even the man who live at was coming to sell for PCR. They not get them. So, but again, because of politics, then they try for say, nah, money then they got pay for, then they can bring the PCR. So when you look at things and what we get, but because of we will not get people that will go say some of the things that will get for put them, they value them. Like when they go sell market, so man like they see man they wear coat and tie, they sell business, and they attract people then. Even say a cheap business, but the way you don't make her in a good food, but you dey put add value to them. So these are the kind of things they get for the see. When I get for when they go website, when they showcase, when I get things and for anything that now that they make Nigeria they will put their own case to them. Not even daily because then get I not even know say they get a 3 or 4, then get up to how many center for genomics apart from PCR. You see, so I don't think they are then get for try to look on one. That's it. But it's all about politics, immigration, and then they talk about capital. I mean, the economy of the country where they go to a crunch. But they try for create jobs. They don't get side the jobs and they go, and they don't create jobs by doing this lateral flow test. They open, I think, like 700 jobs and created by that. But then they try to make value the income go come. But if there comes again, there's this when they talk so all, then get management there where they are not doing the right way, they know they do better procurement. But it's all about say, they don't put the infrastructure where they say, I buy the bad thing and will go crash inside in makeup. That's why they are doing all this. But we like to know something that when they get them born at least that they get for come back. So that in they go for look number. But looking at all the things that they put so the lateral flow test is in place. Now in then they do now when you get for Canada airport. But if they do them based on for say if you get signs and symptoms, you go do the PCR. But based on who say they come out because I think now just 7 lists then left the way you don't call so. The other 37 now, the other 32 really amber, they don't pull them. So then just make a single list. But it is all based on their capacity. Now they use so. But then tell you back, say you when they go out, you get for check. Because you can't one is all right, but you get for check, especially picking them when they under 18. Because they don't vaccinate them all it. Then they try for decide. Because that one then the last target now they decide whether then they prove because the MHA they say well it's not possible, not possible, but then they say well they get the advantage, but I don't know when they will approve. When they approve and then I believe say then we'll just go ahead. But for now, it get for cost three for us for letting you want travel. I mean, it will cost you for let you do the lateral flow test, but you know would be as compared to the PCR, will be cost you more than 100 or more pounds. And the government, you don't monitor them too much. There's a safe way, then they admit patient there for that, when they go swab it and send it, then they pay for that. So you don't cost them quite a lot of money. So they just want to reduce the amount when we focus on other things. That's all about it. But I only hope say in developing countries and then when they look at things that will now cutting risk of anything way further that we get for come tomorrow. Will they get them pandemic? Will they get sickness? The way this is, some of them will not even know how things that they change. So we were able to put to infrastructure. We left for it just say we don't go make West Africa. We don't get for plan this. Then they try some of the things. Some of the things that you get for stand go ahead because Senegal then they're ahead. The candidates then for all the other things that we get for help, we in Africa. So we say we get for try, we push. Not to they can't. I know say they're having plans, but sometimes the plans they see say then get things that will pull. Then you see they are going before. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. And I only hope say the border policy we will go observe. Then go then go able for organize the border policy because there's a border policy and bring all this camp. But thank you very much for giving me the platform. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfred.
Yeah. You're welcome, yeah.
Yes, sir. Make we come to doctor, make we waiting and you take. Welcome on board, Dr. Isatuka Kejalo. You get the platform.
Yes, hi, good evening, everyone. And I hope say everybody did do well. Thanks to you and Us friend for the submission today. And also it's interesting because as they don't remove Salon at the red list from the UK, but it's just so funny and interesting, with the different criterias them or As you don't say, okay, una not na the red list, but it's him. Now this, now this, now this. Just for find more excuses them, for really be constantly discriminatory, I have to say.
Continue.
Okay, as be they say, it's just interesting, in how the UK feel like say the need for categorize Sierra Leone, or for say in terms of vaccine, we don't really recognize the vaccines then we get now Sierra Leone, and this just to show a constant, discriminatory, act of the UK their own part, and also the sad part here is, all the different requirements then within they put. I think they need some kind of guidance, some kind of scientific guidance as to then vaccines they are so then they condemn within a Sierra Leone. Again, the other problem is we feel say we not get enough voice for advocates for we country as Sierra Leoneans them, it's nice to dine with somebody, but if that person the way they dine with not get your country at heart, they always put your country down. I believe saying now something where we president get for begin the asking self, way they visit this country, what he go tell them about how them for treat Sierra Leone as a country, as a nation, right? And again, we not even care about whether now them being colonized we or not, because we not get any benefit from them, because where other countries and they try for support Sierra Leone, then they try for put we down. We see now where the United States give of COVID-19 vaccine, not to only waiting China don't give but also the United States give COVID-19 vaccine to we country, where it be say like then they then not get any colony or attachment with we, but then they constantly show we say, what, that discriminatory act where UK they do, it's unacceptable. But you know what, like I said, we not get the people that wait for voice for we country. But I just want for go into really the vaccine itself, as well as the type of testing them, way then they do for people them way take COVID-19 vaccine, or we get for do a testing. Yes, whose friend already explained, the reason why then choose for do these two type of testing, because I think them feel say na a waste of money. Now for let it become cost effective, or the company we generate or we come with this new product here, they try for sell and to the country or their own country, or to whichever country they want for manufacture to, and this you can see this with all pharmaceutical companies them, where they don't bring new product, then they find a way how they will sell on to the different companies them, or different countries them, or communities them. That's not something way I feel say then they do. For we now the United States, and me I will speak for who side they work. Now one test will they do. Okay, now one test we they do when at the PCR testing, yes, if you want to do something we go be rapid, like go get the test result very early, you get specific time of the day we need for one. If you do your test in the morning hours, you dey get your result that very day, in the afternoon. If you do them after in the afternoon, let's say like around 11, 12, you go get in the night. Okay, I don't do multiple tests, and even my last test, I do am around 11, then I get around 9 something. Okay, in the night time. So that just for tell you say, the COVID-19 testing not for the take long again like before, because they don't do a lot of changes don't happen, a lot of thing processes then be done they happen throughout COVID-19. And also, where you decide for do COVID-19 testing, not just that nasal swab, we all don't understand. I'm sure everybody where they do COVID-19 test no say the way then they do are now in order painful as compared to the first time we them be do them. The swab them, in order painful. I don't know, but other person, but I know say at the point this at right, and they put the Q-tip in your nose, it can do it for like few seconds, and then just try to get the specimen. Then get different blood tests them within they do. Where it be say one, beside the PCR one, we then do the antibody testing. One day for sure if you get any immunity. Where you get down there if there's any antibodies within that. But for make you find out, say you get protection or you infected, you get for do a PCR testing when I get for confirm to you say you actually have active infection, but that antibody just to show that you don't get an exposure to COVID-19. And then the other test we then can do, if like you don't get a vaccine, you want to see if you build any immunity, now the one way, now the total antibody way they call a spike. So there's gonna be a spike. This now a test we me do recently before I be done they do the antibody, just this SARS-CoV-2, where they say it not be they show no spike, it not be they show no antibody at all, right? But with me recent COVID-19 infection, I decide for do both tests, where it be said the other one in the show you immunity because you get vaccine, right? When are the spike one. So, and the other one, when are the total antibody, they show you exposure to COVID-19 or, where you don't get infection. So the score or like the findings for me on particular one was pretty high, given that one, I don't get COVID-19 vaccine. Two, I don't get COVID-19 infection. So million number, was very high, right? So this like it seems that you get to look at it as a double immunity in a sense. You get an immunity because you get the vaccine, and you also get immunity because you don't go through the infection and you don't recover from that. And that's why during the time where I've been getting COVID-19, they offer me for get the monoclonal antibody, because I've been getting symptom, but I decline because I've been try for see, let me body self-fet this infection, yeah, so that the next time I will come in contact with the virus, God forbid, but I will able fet the infection of myself, because sometimes we get for make love with body actually fight the infection. Me job call me, offer and to me go through. I say no, I'm fine. I'm getting better. Like I really feel like my recovery is faster. The first 2 days or 3 days was worse, but like each day that goes by, I see improvement, like significant improvement. For that reason, I try for make my body fatter. So definitely, people them way don't get COVID-19 vaccine if they want for really find out about the immunity or their status with immunity, can do a blood test. They can ask, when I like in the check for the spike, and then for let you find out again, say whether you have the active infection, then can confirm that with the PCR. And I make them they discourage you for let repeat your testing, within 90 days, because when you do, most likely the testing therefore come back positive, because the virus still they try for shed and left your body, And when we talk about vaccine, because I know you will read the different criteria then what they want on the vaccine card. So where any time, not to just the COVID-19 vaccine, any vaccine we person get, if we get a lot number, the brand, which company we manufacture the date, and also, and the person, the site and all this, if we depend that vaccine card, and that way they then go know in case of anything, any reaction, then go know say now from this manufacturing company, now then we get problem with this particular vaccine. Yeah. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, when at the CDC, now the United States, no, don't pull win at that red zone long time before UK. They're not treat we like the way the UK they treat we right now. But it's just sad and unfortunate that then will be the UK will be the diving into COVID-19 like nobody's business. One for put all them criteria and all them laws there so for try for be discriminatory against a country where them for actually try for support. People then they come as America, as long as you don't get your vaccine, you allowed to come in. You fully vaccinated, you allowed to come in. Some vaccines then they way effective. Then your AstraZeneca, Oxford vaccine, actually, if we look at the percentage in terms of effectiveness, now 60 to 90%, not as effective as Pfizer, neither as Moderna. Right. So let them look at that. Then country then discriminate against we. Then they want pick on China, because China offer vaccine. At least they offer free aid. What about them? What are they offering? That's the question me get for them. But anyway, with the hope say we will get a voice for speak up, for try for advocate, and most importantly, I think this na a lesson learned for we country, for make the one that within the lead we right now, for no say then get for make healthcare a priority. Then get for make sure say we country they develop why it can't to with health. Then therefore they create hospitals them. This way, you dey encourage other people them for can within Sierra Leone for can practice medicine. Maybe why Nigeria and Ghana they all they find themselves na the good side of the UK because their young country people then can left them go practice the so we need to improve we healthcare system. We dey constantly discourage we young physicians them, we young doctors them. We don't go school. We want for really do well for the country. Then can end up for left and go overseas and not come back and practice because things are so difficult for them now the country. So I hope say this then all then go take them as a thing for make we wake up, for make we help for improve the country, for make we focus on areas them where really need we help when at the healthcare system, that way the other countries then go see we as a nation where, important, not to just that country where they deal with infections, like the Ebola, because then still they see we like say we not important not the globe, but we are part of that globe. You cannot take us out. If you remove Sierra Leone out of that globe or the map, trust me, in a whole nine for left day. But anyhow, we hope for the best for Sierra Leone, and we hope say we learn from this, we improve the country going forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Let us come with Tony. Make we hear waiting in get for you. Welcome on board, Tony Toye Jones. You get the platform.
Yeah, I would say it's a good news, especially for now with the UK, we go and go salon or let me say that only Christmas sermon that can go. You get people that really go right. Especially to the calendar, so when they go January, February to date. You understand? So what thing they actually want for pinpoints on is, I will very brief. Most times, now the world they market with country. You understand? And they cause this problem. We make even then things that they wake up and bad. Most times, we they face pressure. You understand what I mean? Because the reason being, like give one instance, University of Massachusetts now, we there. You not gonna believe say for when you apply for Godi, you get for 6 TOEFL. TOEFL na language like people that way their first language or education not to English na their language like China, Japan, people that way they come also they get for 6 TOEFL. Liberia not the 6 TOEFL for enter University of Massachusetts. Nigeria not the sitter. Ghana not the sitter. Sierra Leone the sitter. You understand what I mean? So I even talk to them say, oh, the same exam now we all they sit for go when our West Africa Examination Council. They said no, we're not in at the waiver list. You understand? I mean, so many a times we suffer because the one that we for markets. You understand? We on the front then day, we for give you that kind of branding, we for give you that kind, make the world look at you as if not to that country will just come on power. I mean, I don't know if not probably they're not they look to the area that they are not relevant or they focus now more on the big side, then more paramount to them. Then we could face them a lot of disadvantage would they face. A lot of things them would they face as Sierra Leoneans and the outside world. Even when you talk to somebody. Before you be say hello, the next thing was say, Blood Diamond, I've watched a movie, what was a horrible movie or this or that. So they don't get that glimpse of anything good the way we talk. Because when you look stars themselves, the celebrities and where they go Africa, they go Ghana, they go other parts of Africa, so they're branding where they can. Then they brand the goodwill when they create, they give the country that kind of advantage where anything good. Even when they give aid to them, when they give aid or grants to countries them, Sierra Leone always now the list we money can always small we compare, but most times when they tell we just they look at the money say hey Sierra Leone get 400,000. Ask what in other countries them gets like you see how they get past with just because the way the market was. If you say marketing of Sierra Leone, therefore go a great way, not the only way we get for the go big. Let's tell you something. If you dey now oversee, if family they call you all the time they big, or every time when he call you na help you need. Say okay when he call you say you know they take us serious. You know anyone for pick the call because you know exactly what they can ask for. So that kind of situation and the way it come Sierra Leone can fend yourself because the people who for really market, who for really brand. I'm not saying the foreign minister they try, they do a very good job now. The former chief of minister, but I feel say they need for do more. Now they need to think. Don't for say don't know. We don't write there. We don't tell them say University of Massachusetts now. Then they ask for seats to fail. Some of them for seats and follow gain entrance. You understand what I mean? So with the actual sense what it's for say, for let them put you in a red list, and you get Guinea, they will not within a red list. You get Liberia, they not within a red list. Ivory Coast not within a red list. What you feel say cause that? We nothing happen. We don't put it out there. We feel say no must be social media. We feel say no must be talk. We feel say no when we actually say it get adverse effects on we as a nation. Look how many people now suffer this short time where they put salon at red list, especially from UK. So many people that will get businesses, some people then get other things they forgot to do. Some people then get for medical conditions, some people then get plenty for of this thing we may happen. So for me, it's a good news. Thank God. I hope say they will learn from this next step. Even if we're in pain, we suffer within. We suffer just like how Belle woman go there in labor, one for born. If they keep the pain, the suppressor. You understand? All that comes in the way they feel the same pain, but when the method in which they handle them pain, then they make you understand they know. They really focus. They're really resilient. They're resilient not to just mere words. It backed by action as well. You understand? Not to say it's not this, do not promise to forgive with this, do not promise to forgive with this. Yes, it's good. But we know reach that kind of level the way we can't report to that way the way everything they big. It affects we. It affects we goodwill, it affects we marketing, waiting and call. Now they made a take we serious. Trust me. That's my meal take Abraham. It's a good news. I don't handle label because doctor and Osfred have said, so many things. But I just tell you the effects then with some of within an empathy as I said the face. Because of nobody cares. Even when you tell them, say, but when I write letter to this guy, when I write letter to the university, tell them, say, Salon no need for the seat to fail. Now English would they speak from the one who enters school. With paper, then in English would they write and everything. Take to university. Nobody cares. I'm your take with that.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Yeah.
In saying waiting Tony be the say just now. I don't know if people remember. I think it was 2020 or 2019. I don't forget how long ago, but I know say for sure it was not 2021. We then tour guide them, then tourists them go salon, we then pass through Guinea border, where I think it was health workers them, we try to harass them, this and that, we extort money from them. Do risk in the guy name. We at the end of the day, anti-corruption be for stepping, call them on phone and do blah 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 blah. Okay, say after that issue day, all team be don't settle right. Anti-corruption call them for say them go return, give them the money and all these things and that. He do an 18-minute video on the issue number way up in at the border, the bad side. Then go na beach, lovely beach. He do 30 seconds video of the lovely side. He put on Instagram. He not even add amper the one way he say then get issue na border. Guess what? Just at the end of September, that video he upload them back fresh na Facebook. Like if I say the thing just happen back. Waiting with the headline say anything like this don't happen to you where you did travel. You don't even say now something will be don't happen to we before. You know what I see and first I see some people and maybe we don't know they begin share the thing like we like for share bad news. I go look I was like okay this thing happened way over a year ago now. So what's happening now where you can resurface and you don't even talk like if I say now something will be don't happen. That's why the bad side. We get work for do. We Sierra Leoneans them. We get work for do, and we all because them people and then they sell the country the bad way. So sometimes after all that 2 years, it go upload and back because it they make money out of her. It they make money out of her. So anytime we upload, until we salon a bad news, we like well like that. Now we the catch now we begin share. Make a cow this caller. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and no call from please.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. This is Omar from Los Angeles.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Brother, I've been on the cities all along. I don't know why people need to listen to me. 90 makes and 10 day way something they happen in Sierra Leone. Before we did it, we get we country. Let we find way for solve them. Before I go see some Kukuya bedi run. United Nations, United Arab, United this. White people, I don't say this time without numbers. White people are not care about me. But some they will they show a little bit leniency. So then they will not care at all. And you are one of them.
Okay. So I'm signed in.
Right.
Okay. So just let me.
Yeah. So that's now the thing that UK are one of them. We don't care about we. Because then people need to act like say now they colonize we. The things that we need to do to solve it, not a time in the if you can America, without bridges alignment, they can salon. If you transit na UK, every livestock or every product where you get to an African food or fish, then they throw away in your hand. Now England are the only country where they do that. You go pass through Belgium, you go through France, you go through Holland, you dry fish, you wherever where you park, it will meet you back, whatever na your destination na the US. England, they throw away. Then they do them to me. Now I say no more. I pass here. Now people that's what they think what we. The thing is, how don't go tell you say you must come with the vaccine, but will not recognize the vaccine. You must come with a positive, a negative test, but the test we forgot with, not to do one we get a salon. Well, what about if not somebody who come on a salon for the first time will not take another country? That means then just tell and say you need a kind side. Because if you don't take an salon and you're not going to order any other country, we forgot to come. How they expect? Who said they expect the people that will come on salon for pull another one? If they not take the one that wouldn't begin a salon, what's kind of magic? Who's that? Then go get them, then go test them. Na Gatwick or whatever. Then hotel they report the name. Say this were preaching, but just like what Tony be say, we dey bien, but the bien we dey now we put to self day and we left with self day. Triple the apartment, self if an apartment today, if you next door neighbor, always they can knock you the mouth for salt and pepper. Next time, if a stranger can knock you the mouth, if you know the open, you go facing that same neighbor in income. I make them people that they treat you this way. I mean, people can say whatever they want to say about United States. Hey, we will not hide we own racism. We know that. We do attack Donald Trump, we attack ourselves, we do fight. If not loot, we do whatever. We not hide we know. Then the shootery we self the talk. But this UK nation, they not care. If British man give you a dime, they make sure say yes, he really give you a dime. Not to everything will go for Sudan, but they condemn with country because salon, it is what it is. Just like waiting to they say about the university entrance. Yes, if them they do. I don't know now if they don't stop. You know, when me enter first na community college, I'll get me associate before I proceed. Then our first results come. I go for full result. Result come up from Freetown. But the thing here is, How far salon go? We get landed people. That guy, Dr. Njai, if salon serious and spend money on this guy, open a lab, a research lab, this guy will produce things. Senegal, where they not put on the list, and obviously Senegal, then smart password. And obviously Ghana, then smart password. Because Ghana, they don't get their head together. Now the same way we've been talking about the Ghana, the same way me if you say one day, I don't know, maybe in my lifetime, your lifetime, we can begin a lifetime. Because the same way they feel today, so that's what Ghana be the feel in the 60s. So when that day they go come. But when God bring rollings, now the ball begin change. But we only you they look the people. In fact, if not change, they look 1 mile. All the one that will line up for be the next president, you they look they need to see no trust. Ghana better maybe where them put the line. Kwame Nkrumah not be bad. Kwame Nkrumah do very well for Ghana. Then rollings actually it's not the game changer. It changed before I begin come. So if you look there online, you go say, okay, would they see a light at the end of the tunnel? But Salon, look, even though I don't understand itself, if you look at the line, the one they already try for can be who they can go on for be president. Look at this today. Anyone that they were trustworthy, anyone that the way you go say this now a game changer, this it can redeem this nation. It go come if he come, he could do something. Let me tell you, first of all, me I get fit on Samura. But who knows? If the guy can inside somebody else twisting hand, maybe before do better. Because to me, I listen to what they say. In one of the first person where they accept the wrongdoing. I remember the last election, the last debate. He accepts. What the APC will do, he accept. Because then I one big team from Sierra Leonean. For like get Saloma or the thief, even if he meet under the thief, he still tells you not to meet thief. So, but it's stronger, but now so British man then think about Sierra Leone. They not think of anything. America get all them bad habits, but they need to put you through all that because they're also not capable. The thing that with them the British they say they not recognize. Now give them we not get them. Either the one that give the AstraZeneca or the one where America just give it when MSF get Pfizer now take. Or the one with China give it. If they say they not recognize and then what else they want let Salon do? What else they want let Salon do? Come on. And that no more.
Thank you very much, yes, sir. Thank you, Emma. Yes, caller, they live on here. You name and where you call from?
I'm Raman Fofana from Holland.
Yes, I get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay. Good evening, Osana. Everybody say good morning, good afternoon, everywhere you are. Me triple in a question get please for ask about this COVID vaccine and test them why I read analyze the radio yeah just know because like me I ready for going to salon the 1st of December and we don't come across COVID that na June and I think I take over 1 week on that. So later on, I take the vaccine in the month of August. I think the 2nd of August, I take the vaccine. And now I'm green dose then give me that Pfizer. So I don't know now somebody travel gonna salon, what I need before I travel. Come on, I go there. And that is that is my first question. I want forget advice and some information about it, how I would do for travel. That now one. Number 2, salon, they say
okay,
anybody
let
will be
answer
big.
that one day quick before I
Okay.
This one we talk so, waiting a Sierra Leone criteria. I don't know for you the country where you come out because every country gets in own criteria. But for salon, you dey take the test and the test for negative 72 hours before you go salon. When you go salon, you dey pay $80. You take 2 tests today. One you dey take na airport where then they pierce your finger, chook your finger, then take your blood. Then they last for 15 to 30 minutes. Results come on. If you're negative, you dey go na use. You dey left number, salon number, where then go send text with the second done at the PCR test. With the second test in your results and go text on your phone. After that one day, where you get negative, then you good for go about your business. Now that way you ready for common ado back 72 hours within 72 hours, you take your test. We ready for common ado in negative, then you good to go. Usa you they go. Usa you they go now the new criteria, now you go get for Fala. But for Salonion, I like you don't take vaccine, you not take vaccinate, you they take the 2 tests where you reach na airport.
Oh, okay.
Waiting at the second question.
Okay. I know. And I have to take back test before I leave, eh?
Yes, and if I be negative.
Okay. But me that name beat me your idea, because if somebody don't take that vaccine, I know say that vaccine in the corona itself and they inject the people there. So how come somebody will come negative through that thing there? Now so baffle me.
Well, the one the way sabi the master sabi people them, to then get the out and they call them. I think if you don't they listen to the program, what they do now, doctor be don't talk about them, then whose friend be don't talk about her. Not to say that the live virus then the chook inside you, not to the live one. So, but then get the explanation. I no can talk with enough for talk, but not to the live virus, not to the live one. For say you take antidote tomorrow, you go test it, they show positive, not to inside.
Okay, because like me, where the corona, I don't left me. I mean, go to my family doctor, then chook me in my hand, then test. Because I've been telling them, I want to go retest back, because they say I don't well, but I want to go retest back. If you know nothing, they say there is no need, because they chook me and they pull blood, they put on condition, then check, and say you are safe for now. So since that time, they are not doing nothing. I just don't know. I just there about my business. So me that this one I got not a question now all the topic, because I hear me fellow brother talk just now for say about salon we pull food in Africa out and like na all the UK the throw the food then. What you make wood the Sierra Leone and wood in Holland na uno the boat flight na Holland na skip where you go na salon direct. Now because of that habit today. If you buy one container of food in a salon, you can't do a skip on here. Then they throw it all. That's not the first time we do our. If you do it for the second time, then they throw it back and then they find you. So now make me since I can now only one time I travel that we ask it and they are not traveled again. You go any go out, they go to a salon, na Belgium they go claim. Because they claim you got any type of food we want, you pass. And we say don't pass, it don't do. It enter inside Holland with them, but Holland is not possible. So I don't know my one clear. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fufana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, caller, you're live on here. You name and side the call from, please.
Yeah, me and Ibrahim call from Maryland.
Yes, Ibrahim, get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Let God bless you. You know, this now a good news for some of football that and sister in the UK, because I remember I've been traveling, I go to UK July. It not been really easy. The regulations the way UK put is just too much. You get for book for 2 tests and you fill that health locator form. I spent about $140 pounds. I mean, for book for them 2 tests before I left na America for go day. Then where I go there AAA. The day where I reach the next day, neither of them get called because the number I put to my friend I go, then call if I didn't know. 2 days in a row, then they call consecutively, and they call me, they ask me some questions, how they feel. So one other lady who will travel together, unfortunately, they come out, who then go check and not meet an house. The first fine, they say £100 and then fine £100. So the next one now, we see them go check now, house and not meet today. Now 500 to 1,000 pounds, and they find it. So I don't know UK how they see Sierra Leone and where people and they say you know people like they colonize we. I mean I know they even think about down there about the colonization. But if America where they don't give we Pfizer, we get on the country right now, na Salon Day. We get J&J na Salon Day. So if somebody na salon, you don't take that vaccine, they say no, you're nice. What thing they try for talk about? Then they say then the important part, all the other Western continent of the world. You know, this now pure feature, we don't blend the feature with. But in the kind of country, then they can embrace what we are the country, they can on their own country. But then we neglect we, like say we not a part of the world. But like what Tony say, I agree on now. But I don't feel saying that they make them they recognize we. Because Ghana now West Africa I did. Nigeria now West Africa I did. So why then they recognize them then they're free? We now waiting to them. The loss they would put on this corona from this corona account in UK is just too much. The need for release small let people and get freedom. One of my friends within you want to go to UK, but because of the regulation they would put, it's where they go. In past the corona, you see say the UK they don't reduce the regulation before go there. But you know you get time for go there. Right and sister go there come up from Nigeria. He did it right now. But nothing like what you talk to it not happen to them. They work freely na Nigeria and na UK I mean. And me, where I go there, after I don't pay for that 2 tests, I have to pay for the 5 just to release for that you get freedom for worker because I go for 2 weeks. If I not even pay for that the 5 days, I not even get away for worker. Then even when I pay for that the 5 days, still they say I for take the test back for the 8. When I'm ready for return back, I take another test back. Where I don't get me 2 doses, so I get me vaccination card. They still need a negative test result. It's just too much. Thank you very much. May God bless you and God bless you. Salute.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. On waiting Ibrahim they talk. Every country get right for do whatever they want to do. The UK, now they right. Waiting they feel to say right for them and then citizens, that's what they're doing. We country get right for do waiting they want for do. Now I make some day where we country can put laws them for abide with the canaya, we can lay on a table and talk to people for adhere. Yes, call ID live on air. Your name and also the call from, please.
Oh, Minister Fairly call from Tennessee.
Yeah, you get 3 minutes, man.
Okay, I have a few minutes to go to work, but I just want to contribute. Thank you, Triple A, for putting me in. The only contribution I have today is this last brother we call, we say Ghana, then colonized from UK, Nigeria, but maybe treat them better. Sierra Leone, now one wrong road they want take, we get for affect to all. Let everybody know today. Where this thing started, where this corona started, we'll be in the talk bottom. I've been talk one thing. I said this is not an ordinary disease. This is a political disease. We be say if the president joke with them, your power will be less. If a civilian joke with this, we will be treated like nothing. I talk almost a year ago. The thing where they affect Sierra Leone right now with UK is they won't forget who say the boat started. If Sierra Leone take Chinese man important than the UK, it therefore affects Sierra Leone deeply in the long run. Trip will mark all the words and work and tell you one day, it will say Safi Tokam. If you then take Chinese man very important in that country, turn them back to UK, it will affect we, not only today, not only tomorrow, but in long run. Thirdly, that test weighing $80 is good. That's their own preparation for their country. But for me, it's a little bit high for me. I don't know about others. Everybody getting your own feelings, getting your own financial status, everything. But it's high for me a little bit. If you then go broke down to $50 or $40, it will be very nice. Because what to make a talk say, if a civilian joke with this disease, it destroy with the civilians then. Go to the leaders then too. If you then pinpoint on this disease to the civilians, then your power they less too. Because if they point to the population normal because of this disease, he can treat them anyhow he want to treat. He can put the law anywhere he can. If they put them, if they put the how you call them, the coffee anyhow he want put them, it can affect you because the civilians they don't say yes, sickness day. But as long as punishment they back, then they put the sick aside and put their point, oh, we hungry, oh, the country tranga, oh, the why? Because of the way the leaders they want lead the disease to the population. Which are we the civilians they can suffer? What we don't know say sickness day would they pinpoint now by the suffering what would they go now make a talk and say this is not a physical disease, it's a political disease. We be say the leader they get for respect them, and we the civilians get for respect them too. That is my contribution today, my brother. God bless you. Thank you.
God bless you too. Thank you, Safi.
Yeah.
Yes, caller 11 here. You name and who call from, please.
Yeah, me and Bobby I call from London.
3 minutes.
Hello, AAA and listeners. My own contribution is regarding the border control regarding the COVID-19 about UK. I hear some callers and say UK get some stringent measures. In the first place, America are the first ban UK for travel in America. Let somebody go check and do that. Secondly, now the kind information we UK be they get about salon COVID and moreover, then go catch some travelers them. We get a pass result. Like we don't pass COVID-19 from salon and from salon and come on. Then get them. That's in the we all be know and we will be able that. So and knock over then begin to give every figures about the COVID-19. So now down the land we now the red list. This time make people like say salon they forget quick. That's way I've been all we know say that now you make them put in a red list. You know. And somebody say where you one kind of UK you they take two vaccine or this or we want from UK. No. We don't take your salon vaccine before the red list. When you come, the only two way then they do, then they call, because if you quarantine for that 10 days, the UK not be the joke with you. When you come, if you quarantine that 10 days, but you know they can't do no other vaccine. Then get one way and say they two something where you for take. That's all mommy they take herself. And even this hotel where they put after this red list, then they put you there, but people are not they pay. You they spend 10 days, but you come on kind of it was only they ask you or this no. Then they ask you no more if you go make payments, agreements or whatever. Yeah, people not they pay. You see, I know about a couple of people that will not pay that money.
People only pay.
You see, they're not getting nothing for you. It is 1,750.
Now 2,280.
Yeah, that and now they change that from that 1,700. Now you go to that 2,000.
Then you say they
now
need to pay.
Now, yes, then they ask you if they make payment plan.
Who's
you got money, man, they will go pay. But most of the African man they will come on Salwa, they don't pay that money. They.
But you know, say you need forget
then
the reference number for putting you passenger locator form before ever. If you not get you know the cost. So I want to know how them people then they be they doing.
How? What you mean? What I mean you know they pay you they go now the hotel self.
No, but you they pay before you fly cam. No sir, you they pay before you fly cam.
Waiting that money there?
Yes.
No.
How you say that they do? I don't know how the people then talk, but I want for understand now.
Okay, how you they do? How you they book? You they do that you book.
Mm-hmm.
You they book say you accept for coming at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So then they ask you how you want pay for your hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, you get option there if you're able to pay now or then they say you get payment plan.
Okay.
That payment plan then I people they take. But at the end of the day, they're not the plan.
You need pay, but they go by credit.
Whose credit? Come on. You know they go by credit. That's what somebody will say. I mean, I had day and I get people that go travel. You understand? We're not close relative.
Okay.
I'm not going to name names, you know. You see? So, well, so what are the type of saying now? You cannot eat salon, to be honest, like waiting people in the field. Now we sell we serve on a serious note. Because UK, we're not going to say America hates UK. Because America ban UK, takes the next month they open for them. Somebody will travel now go to America. From where they stop, from where they be stop UK citizens for travel, go America. Till now next month, November the 4th, then they open. Yes.
Right.
So you cannot say America hates UK. No. We now 3 months UK lock salon. And now waiting according to how we broadcast, we like what you call us say everything propaganda, they put on politics, then they try to make money under this thing. You understand? So
Okay.
I mean now we cause them. I mean we authorities. Now they cause them. You see, so me, I don't blame you, God. I'm your opinion on it, to be honest. So now your contribution on it.
Thank you very much, Robbie.
Yeah, well. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, call ID live on here. You name and side the call from, please.
Yeah, Tripoli. Good evening, Mr. Hassan. I call from the UK.
Yeah, you get 3 minutes, Hassan.
Yes, man. I just want what most for the money we the last caller talk say people in the candidate pay. I just want deny that what they say is not true. Because me know somebody we na my cousin we a lost him man, a go for the funeral. A rather unfortunate by the time we he return, he meet up that lady. Understand?
Yeah.
So he did the way he return, he get for pay the money and they quarantine for 10 days.
Now the hotel.
10 days. So if that last caller did say people will not be the pay, people they be they make payment plan. I just want hold that point away in the mix. Say me know somebody way na me cousin. When I say cousin, na me cousin. A go pambering, rather fortunate for him where they can say the law hold him. So he get for pay the money there in quarantine for 10 days. You know? So at that point I just want make clear no more. Yeah?
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity, man.
Thank you
for
very
the good
much,
job,
Hassan.
Triple, yeah? Stay blessed, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye. Yeah.
We say thanks to everybody we don't call. This one way Bobby they talk so. I don't know, say they don't begin do payment plan, but at the talk herself they confirm for say yes, then they do payment plan. Waiting I understand about payment plan. Let's say yes, you do payment plan. We mean say you go to pay in installment. Then you plan not for pay them again. Then you say they left Buffy. I don't know how some of we can think. I really don't know how some of we can think. Say they have your details. You say I make payment plan. Payment plan means you don't tie yourself to her. Yeah, they're not go waiting self, but it's gonna go on your credit. You go say I not pay today, I not pay tomorrow, but one day it affects you. Omar from Minneapolis, they ask, he say, what's the rate of vaccination in Sierra Leone? 1.1%, sir. If the compliance rate low, it will call for strict measures. This is not the reason for comply with precautions. On a 1.1%, and so the vice president tell me. Again, I not say you make payment plan, not the WOCO, because before that option did not been there. So maybe the option don't there now. Maybe the option don't they say you can make payment plan, which is fine. But we don't make payment plan, you don't tell yourself say, I go pay una. But if we plan again say you know they pay, that's fine by you. But me don't feel say them go left you so no more. And like they not put person in the mouth for Kanak, trust me, it will still affect you. It will still affect you. Now then me they say. Because I know say at first you have to pay before coming. Because you need the reference number. So maybe the exam, that's fine. At the talk I say sabi people we no pay. He said they don't write to them and then plan for send their names to recovery. You don't see? But for now just bash and say no more bona free. Nothing come up behind that. Hey. A big, a better way they don't pull salon a red list. Maybe some people and be even get a plan. They say, but they go work out then at the hotel. I eat then eat free. I do everything. And I pay if I want 1 or 2 things. After that, I not pay again. Okay. Billy Bond say, no, not forget say the payment plan. The work number for citizens, not visitors. First of all, if they come on a red list country, you know they visit. Now only for residents. Now they no more the common red list country come. So as long as you know to resident, forget it. You know the visit. Okay. So, but we don't get the understanding now. Say they get payments plan, then some people they take them, then plan not for pay. It's fine. Like how some man be done ready for pass the road for go. Papa God help we. Anyway, we still tell God thank you. We tell God thank you. Say salon not did again. And please, we officials say we sabi run the mouth. Now keep to we self a big. Do ya? Then why they also sabi run the mouth. Udebego, not so no more get COVID-19. Let we keep to ourselves, we mind we business, we handle things we own way. Before then they run Philip, before it make like that things as wood. Alright. Alefandi. Go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again tomorrow. Triple say, tata.